Hi guys, welcome to Aquascaping on the Fly, Living Art Creations. I'm Anthony, your host, and today I've got kind of another exciting video for you guys. I just made my first aquarium plant purchase, and I chose two different vendors to select from. Kind of wanting to see what each one of them, how their mailing system worked, how the plants arrived, and what kind of condition, and then also, is there a difference in the amount of plant that you get? I will tell you that I ordered from Buce and then also Plant Factory, and I've got their everything laid out over here to the side so I can give you guys some detail. But I want to first kind of give you kind of like a really quick tip. So I was going to go with Buce first, and I had everything in my cart, and I think my cart was around $220. And remember, the first planting that we're going to do is I wanted it to be for the Trinity tanks that are already sitting on the shelf, and those are 3 20-gallon tanks that are going to be one unified look. And I want to be able to grow my own plants. I don't want to have to be buying plants constantly, so we're trying to keep this very budget friendly. So my goal in this was to choose 2 sites, get the cheapest plants possible, and go from there. When I decided to look at an alternative other than Buce, because I'm just going to hands down and say Buce has one of the best websites for a beginner like us. It details everything about the plant. It tells you everything you need to go, and it gives you lots of photo choices to see the plant development. That is something I really loved. The second one, which was Aquarium Plant Factory, their website's not as good as that. It does not show all the details that Buce shows on their website, and it doesn't give you the options for a lot of photo opportunities on there to see different stages of the plant or anything like that. But that being said, I tried to mimic everything that was in one cart at Buce into Plant Factory's cart. That did not work because they did not carry the same plants. So I couldn't duplicate it, and I could not then therefore find out which one was going to be a better price point. However, when I was putting some things into my cart in Plant Factory, and as I would scroll down and keep looking at what I was adding in there, every once in a while it would pop up, congratulations, discount applied, 2 for 1. And I started looking on there, and I saw I was getting 3 plants free so far with what I had placed into my cart. And so I started playing around with that and trying to, because sometimes after I would reach the discount code or the discount amount, the next plant I would add, it would replace the one before it as the discount, so it gave me a cheaper discount. So I would go from $15 down to $9 as my discount, and I was trying to work the system. So I went in there specifically looking at each and every one that had the discount and exactly what that plant was. So then I went in and duplicated that same plant, a different variety of the same plant. So I was able to, I'll give you a screenshot on what it was. I think it was $45, between $35 and $45 in discounts. And then I went back to Buce and I looked at what was in my cart that I could pull out because it's what I had found at Plant Factory. And when I pulled out of some of their items, I went back and I looked at, what is their best sell item on something? So I went back in and I looked at 3 pots for the price of this discounted price. So I was able to get 6 plants for a much cheaper cost than I would any other place. So they each had discounts. The nice thing about Buce is they automatically gave me a discount for signing up, but then there was also a shipping discount. The downside is on Buce's website, you cannot add more than 1 discount code. So even though they were advertising free shipping, you have to put a code in. So once I put that code in, I was ineligible for my discount code, which was in the beginning 15%. And I was hoping to apply those together. It didn't work that way. But let me give you now an eye's view of what we've got. And I think it ended up being 8 from Buce, 16 from Plant Factory. My end price was $180. So where I started on both websites at over $200, $220 was my average on both websites, getting the plants I wanted. I was able to get it down to $180 by sourcing both websites and getting the best discount each one of them had. There was only maybe 2 plants I could not get included in my list. So there's your biggest takeaway, is I know you may be a fan of one website versus another website, but in this budget situation we're in with having to purchase a lot of plants, this is a great way to get your inventory kicked off. So let me reorientate the camera so I can give you a close-up of what it is so you can get an idea of what you think is going to be the better purchase. Okay, so what we're looking at right now, this is the inventory that came from Plant Factory. Let me just slide over. And this is what was provided by Buce. So remember, I'm saying that I bought the least expensive of each one. So here are the cultures. And they, Plant Factory, they number theirs, so you can cross-reference back to your order what you got. Yeah, let's turn this light on. There we go. That's a second culture. Here is a third culture. And then this is what they call bunched. So it does have the ring around it. I won't know until I open it up how many plants are in there. On their website, I think they said it 2 to 3, I think. Could be as little as 2. But to me, it looks like right there that I see 3. I see definitely 2, maybe 3. That one's hard to tell. And then here is their potted variety. So you can kind of tell how full maybe the pots are. And then here are, these are bare root and bare root. And then there's that are bunched. And it says I don't have any duplications on this one, although some of them look really similar. Like 6004. Well, that is a different color. But this one, that looks very similar. Okay, now swap over. Here's Buce. Okay, I'm going to tell you hands down, their pots are a lot thicker. So this is 3 of one variety. This was inexpensive price. This entire order from Buce was only $49. Here's their culture, which this one is kind of hard to see on this one. And then here is another potted. I didn't get any of the bunch on theirs. And then this was another 3 for 1. And look at the height of some of these. So just looking at them from here, they do appear they're a little bit taller and they are thicker from what we've got over on this side from Plant Factory. Now, let me pop the camera back up. I'm not going to be planting these in an aquarium right away. So I don't need these to do anything other than stay in a similar growing situation that they're in right now. So I am basically going to be just opening these bags and see if it's gross. Yeah, there we go. Opening these bags, placing them in there, with my treated water, which has been dechlorinated, and it's got the API liquid fertilizer. So on these, it's going to be super easy. But let me get some water. Okay, so I think I say it on every video. Another tip for us to save money. Right here. Right here. My little pitcher right here, found it in the trash. Neighbor moved out. They had this. Another neighbor, and I needed something with this spout on it so I could pour water into my spray can, my watering can. Another neighbor, I saw him throwing away a 5-gallon jug for water. So instead of getting it, refilled, they just threw it away. So yes, I took it, and it is now what I keep my treated water in. Okay, here is, got some icky pieces on it, but other than that, so here's the plant. Honestly, I'm just going to keep it in here for a little while just to make sure it's going to be okay. I would love to get more than one in there, but that's not going to happen. So we're going to continue with their immersed growth. This is why I never throw anything away. So now you have it right there. Let me keep this. This one looks like it got jostled around a little bit. You can see one of it's out of its package. Oh yeah, got completely jostled around. Well, this answers the question, how many plants are in there? And this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, looks like 7. Not just for now. Oh, sorry, 8. Now, because I need to get these out, I'm going to come up with a better solution. I have an extra tank that I'm not using. That doesn't need one that tall. So, there we go. You guys can see that? Another advantage to Buce is that they've already sent out contact information to me in case I have any follow-up issues, any shipping issues. You know what? Ooh, why don't we come up with a little container that just has stuff that fell off? That'd be a fun experiment. You fell off. Let's go back to this bag. You fell off. easier to... Okay, I just squished it. Alright. And there's our taller ones. Should keep that. This is the red phoenix. This one looks really full. Back in there. Oh. Okay, seriously? Look at that. That was amazing. That one looks amazing. It is full. So this one won't be staying in one of these that long. Alright, we're gonna have to swap ideas for a second. You guys can go in there. I'm so loving that they put tags on theirs. Instead of a numbering system like Plant Factory did. It's so much easier for us beginners. Oh, and by the way, if you guys have not checked out the latest Kong Skull Island terrarium build out of a firebox, check it out. I just added plants to it, which was very exciting for me. Okay, these little ones, I am legit going to just put them right here. Excuse me. This plant was not originally on my list, but I fell in love with it so much I wanted 3 of them. I'm not sure why. But I just love the color of it. I mean, you have a tag. Crazy ready, look at that. One thing also that was a favor on the Boost website is one of the things I ordered, they immediately sent me back a message saying it did not meet their standards. So they refunded one of the plants right away. Alright, so there we have our boost plants. I think this is mini. I think this one is Trident. think this one is the regular. So alright, I hate to do this, but if you compare this to this still could have 2 or 3 in it, but here's the bushiness difference. Even if we take one of these, I think this is a rhizome as well. There you go. So I don't know, is that fair? Is that not fair? We'll rename these, retag them later. Right now, let's get them on there. It's about the same size. And this one may need structure. This one is definitely the lighter grade. I think this is the regular. I mean, I can keep it standing up. I got some extra of this. That's all. Let's just do that. On this side. Need something taller. You need something taller. So when I was putting the plants in Calm Skull Island, these were my leftover pots because I was growing them in a growth chamber as well for the last 3 months, and I was really surprised. I had bought the least expensive plants I could get, like on sale at Home Depot and Walmart, and brought them home, cleaned them, Got them all separated. I think that'll work. Yeah. And when I went to pull them out of their little pots, even these little tiny cup pots, their roots were already at the end. I mean, they were at the bottom. They were ready to be planted. I was really shocked that just sitting in a humid growth container, they did so well. So there was not one plant that I put in Kong that was more than $1. And most of them would have been around 50 cents because I took my mother plant and divided it up, and sometimes I would get 5 out of a $3 plant. So, but it's all about planning, you know, staging, getting your staging done correctly, so that you don't have to go out and buy something when you're ready to do it, that you've got something already in the works. Those are just too cute. That you can pull from and still have plenty of mother plant equation. Yes, you're seeing this right. I'm going to use sauce containers from my food that I pick up. I have a favorite vermicelli noodle shop that I use, and so I'm just gonna use these. We don't have to buy anything. These are tiny. It's perfect. I mean, this will work. There you have it. So I do like the fact that with Plant Factory, even though it was difficult to ascertain how to capitalize on their discount, because only when you hit it would it pop back up into your cart as a discount. It didn't show anything online as a discount. So that part was frustrating because I had to play around with it a lot. And I kept messing up by ending up reducing the discount, and my goal was to increase the discount as much as possible. But you cannot, you know, deny the fact that I got a really large variety at a really good price. Now it doesn't, you know, compare to when we watch channels from Europe, where they're, you know, ordering from Tropical, and you see a plant that's crammed into a little tiny container. No, we don't have access to that unless you want to pay that kind of price. And I'm sorry. I've always been a plant grower. When I was in school, I want to say I was 12 or 13, and my science fair project was to take 6 plants with 3 varieties, 2 of each, and then show the differences on sunlight, abundant sunlight versus not, and water versus not, and then fertilizer versus not, and I actually won. So for me, this is like right up that childhood alley of growing things. Plus, my first job ever, when I was 15, was working in a greenhouse. And so dealing with like small things and being patient and propagating, that's, you know, what I love. And I grew up on a farm where my parents grew most of the stuff that we didn't have to buy a lot of stuff at the grocery store. Because my dad's family came from farmers and my mom's family were migrant farm workers. So their DNA was all about, you know, they didn't have to buy what they needed because they lived during the Depression. They knew what it was like to not have money. And so they were always trying to stretch their budget. And they just kind of instilled that into me. I was the baby of the family, so I'm the one that had to work the gardens. I had two older sisters, they never had to. But to this day, I will tell you that vegetables that you grow, my mom used to can all of our vegetables. Oh God. My mom could not cook. I'll say that over and over again. But she could can some delicious vegetables. Way better than anything we eat now. Now, I'll tell you whose mom could cook. Since I know that my friends watch my videos and they always listen to the stories, I have a best friend, Dell. Her mom, their normal weekend after church dinner was like what my family was on Thanksgiving or Christmas. They made a spread. Whenever I would go to their house, I knew there was always going to be like 2 or 3 meat choices and everything under the sun. Her mom was a master chef. She really was amazing at it. I love going over to their house. This actually is one of the cultures. And for a culture, that's pretty good. Nice little line right there. Ah, here's the bare root. I know that I ordered at least 6, I think it's BucePlant, I'm probably saying that wrong, plants. I think I went Buce crazy on this website because this was one of the ones that was by the sale. This one was the one that was the sale, so I did kind of go insane with this one because I'd see one, I'm like, oh my gosh, no, I love this one. Oh no, I love that one. So I thought, oh my gosh, I'm not going to have any variety. But now remember, we do have the dwarf hair grass, which I am so thrilled is one of my most popular videos on the channel, the propagation for it. Okay, now these, I think, that one definitely I'm gonna have to split up. It's too thick. Because I want these to have room. You know what? I'm just gonna leave these out tonight. I'll figure some growing chamber out tomorrow. I may need to go buy a new type of chamber. The ones I'm using that are under the table at the studio and in the bedroom under the bed, that's moss and that's terrarium plants. And for putting stuff that has just liquid in it, I think I need something that has a completely flat base. And they don't. So I think I may look at something else. Wow. gorgeous. Oh. No, these are pretty darn full. Definitely see our value in these cultures. Like I say, every time, if there was a culture offered, that's what I took because, well, not on all of them, because if it said the plant only had like 1 or 2 in it, then I wouldn't, I wasn't that into it. You know why I love these hummus containers? Because their lids are clear and you can poke a hole in it and put like a little plant in there if you found something in nature that you want to try and see if it'll grow. And by that I mean when I'm out on a scavenger hunt. That's what I'm talking about. Because I'm all about the scavenger hunts. Whether it's local or whether I'm on a layover. So if you guys haven't read my bio yet on the page, I am a flight attendant. So sometimes I'm on a scavenger hunt in the city when I have a layover. So I do have access to getting especially like moss from different states that have way better selections than Texas offers. Because our moss here is pretty much one note. Not that I'm complaining, but the moss I found in North Carolina is so much prettier. Oh, if I could ever get some from Vancouver. But I have to go through customs, so that would not be any fun. Yes, what are you bringing into the country? Oh yeah, I'm bringing in plants. Yeah, one thing you can do. Alright, so I'm just teasing these apart just a little bit. Oh! I remember why I got that one, because it has such a gorgeous leaf structure. Okay, you guys need to stand up. But you only have to be here tonight. We'll do something else tomorrow.